Hello and welcome back to the Flat Chat. In this episode, we're going to be going over Gary Neville's list that he put out on social media the other day on Sky Sports of Manchester United signings since summer 2013, and we're going to rearrange his list into what we believe is the correct order, and we're also going to try and put it in an order where the person at the start of the tier list is the best player that Manchester United have had, and the bottom is the worst.
So basically, for those of you that maybe have only started watching Sky Sports recently or have no idea what this actually was, Gary Neville on Sky Sports last week put a list up of all the major signings that Manchester United have done since summer 2013, and he ranked them in an order of green being good value for money, amber being sort of okay, kind of mediocre, and red, of course, being failures and that being failures in transfer policy as well. So basically, for those of you that maybe didn't see it or that as well, I was surprised you didn't, considering how viral it was on social media and that as well.
The way we're doing it as well is it's us now looking back at what happened and not what happened at the time. Whereas at the time, maybe Sanchez would be considered a green, but looking back, maybe not so.
I think even Gary Neville made the point that a lot of these players he was excited about joining the club when they did, and also when we're doing this as well, we're not considering what they've done at other clubs as well. Even since
they've been at Man United,
and also players like Sancho that are currently there is what he's done to this point.
Not all we think he's going to do in the future.
So that's pretty much explained the premise in that as well. But we may as well just get started with it now as well.
In order
starting with Sanchez.
So Alexis Sanchez is first up. Where would you boys?
He's obviously a red.
He doesn't. He's a red.
Like, how many goals do you think he's got?
We don't know exact stats or prices, but
he's clearly a red. He's away. He's been to Inter since. He's now at Marseille. Which is actually pretty interesting, and seeing how excited all our fans were about him coming.
How good he was at Arsenal.
And that's why they were excited about it. But he's just didn't perform when he was at Man United at all.
Basically at that time, the two major signings that sort of Man United made from Arsenal were Van Persie and Sanchez. And Van Persie worked and Sanchez didn't really. It's one of those things. It's
pretty simple.
Pretty simple. So the next one is
Amad Diallo,
Rangers legend.
Riggy, we'll let you select where you think he goes here.
I mean, he's also red.
Is
he behind Sanchez?
It probably is.
Yeah.
It was a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah.
What was it, 35 million?
Something like that.
Played 12 games.
And at least Sanchez made some kind of an impact in a Man United shirt then.
But caveat, it will be good in the future.
But for Man United?
Right now, one of the worst.
I think
it'll be maybe bottom 5.
Probably.
Yeah. Right, Eric Bailly.
Wait, I've up you for it, guys. Well done. So Eric Bailly.
This is the first one I disagree with Neville.
Do you think he's amber?
I think he's amber.
I would have said amber as well, to be fair.
He probably he's better than the other two for sure. His big issue is injuries. He's never stayed fit. He's
been a decent servant.
When he's played.
When he's played, he's better than the ones that they've got starting the now.
How long's he been there? It's been a long time.
It has been a long time. And how many games do you think he's played? In comparison to how many he could have.
That's true, but if we're going by Neville's list, everyone's going to be red. Do you know what I mean? We need to get some.
We need to have some sort of difference, otherwise you may as well just watch a Sky Sports video and that as well. Although stay and watch us and subscribe, of course. But I'm way ahead. I think
it's a low amber though.
Low amber.
Back of an amber then.
But obviously because he's the only one there at the moment, we'll put him in there. Next one is Daily Blind. I'm saying this is a red as well. I don't remember him actually doing much for Dundee before.
It's the highest of the reds so far.
It's higher than Sanchez.
Really?
He did play. Definitely.
I'd have put him in the middle between Sanchez and Diallo.
It was better for Man United than Sanchez was.
He played quite a few games.
Okay.
Daily Blind is actually a really good footballer. It was just a bit unfairly treated.
It wasn't a centre back, man.
It was obviously we didn't take into account the stuff that he's done before, but he was brilliant at Ajax. And at the time you were sitting there thinking, Man United have got a player here.
Well, there's another player from Ajax. It's a small centre back, which clearly works in Holland, but it doesn't work here.
Exactly, because as we've seen, even big defenders and big strikers will just eat you alive and that as well. So we've gone for red for Diego Dallo. The next one
Diego
is
Dallo, Daily Blind.
or Daily Blind, that as well. See, Leeds fan here, I'm sure Magnums. Next one is Bruno Fernandes.
Adam, tell me what you think he should be.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say amber for Fernandes.
Is that purely because of what he's done in the last year?
I mean, but this is...
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm not opposing what you're saying.
If we're saying...
He's ahead of Bailly.
First season, he's maybe the best transfer they've had.
Yeah.
But
First season he'd been green, 100%.
it's been a total disaster since then.
It's the way
which means it can't be red and it can't be green.
Yeah. He is top end of amber, I'd
Yeah.
say. I think I did think it was a bit odd seeing him in the green section from Gary Neville.
Yeah, I was going to say, considering the fall off from his first season form that he had, because second season, like, you've seen United fans constantly start getting on him and that as well. Like, it was he's gone from being like a hero, like potentially anchoring their midfield for years, to like get him out. Like, what's he doing on the park? Like, so I put that there because obviously it can't be green, it can't be red, so it kind of has to be amber, really. That as well. He's the best amber there, 100%.
I think he probably will be the best amber in the whole. I think he is close to being a green because of how good he was.
I think this next man has a case, though, to be fair, to be best amber. Edinson Cavani, I think what he did at United was not really appreciated too much in that as well, considering.
I think for what he was bought in to be.
He was also brought in for free, which we need to remember.
Yeah, that's another thing. I think he actually did quite well. I think the big issue for him was, again, at the end of his time at Man United, the game time he wasn't getting because he was injured all the time. A lot of Man United fans were saying, is he actually really injured? He just doesn't fancy playing. He's obviously quite a lot older, which is why I think he's not a green. But he has been fairly decent for the money he has played. It's probably quite similar to Bailly in my opinion.
Yeah. I think he's a lot more similar to Fernandes than because whenever
Fernandes was that good though, Edison, because Cavani was never that good for Man United.
Yeah, I would put Fernandes slightly ahead in that as well, obviously because of what he did in his first season. Yeah. But whenever he was called upon to come off the bench and brought in goals, he brought in goals.
Yeah.
Like him and Fernandes. See if Fernandes had kept up his first season form, him and Cavani have both been green, in my opinion. But I think he has amber.
Yeah, Cavani, whack him in the middle there.
We'll whack him in the middle.
Yeah.
Next one.
That's Diego Dallo.
That's Diego Dallo. I think this is a red for me. I think.
I don't
either.
I think it's amber.
So do I. Yeah.
Really? Like,
I think he's a good player.
I think he's decent, yeah. I think he's probably one of their best, or what? Is he one of the best defenders currently?
We're really
the straws here and that as well.
It's tough to say.
I was going to say, we've got Lisandro Martinez, we've got...
He's not even in this, is he?
No, it's not including this summer.
Yeah, no,
is it not?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I was going to say, probably if we do this video again next year, we will go into
If we do this video again next year, things clearly haven't got better for Man United.
Exactly.
There's a reason why we're doing it.
There's a reason why we're doing it, that as well.
I think he's amber, but I do think he's he's similar to I think he's similar to Bailey. Is it Bailly? Bailly.
I just think see whenever he's played, he's always looked as if he's had a bit of a mistake in him. Like, he has had good games, I'll not disagree with that. But every time I sort of watch him on the ball, it looks as if, like, at any given moment he could just make one tiny wee mistake and that's it. 1-0 to the opposition, that as well. He's better than most people on this list, and that as well. I would probably put him high, sort of red, sort of borderline.
Are you that much into thinking that he's red?
There's two said amber, one said red.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he is amber.
We're going by majority here and that as well. It's going to be an amber.
And I think he's above Bailly.
You think he's above Bailly?
I'm happy to put him below.
Okay.
I'm probably putting him below. So
I mean, either or. It really doesn't matter that it's. Yeah, they're still shit.
Yeah, there's a reason. As they said, there's a reason why we're red.
Darmian's definitely in red.
That's a red, 100%.
Is he bottom?
Yeah, whack and bottom.
Where we going?
How many games did they play for United? It must have been.
Well, he was the last one we recognised. We were like, who is that again? Oh, Darmian.
You looked at him in the team sheet and you're going, right, who's injured? Because there's no other way he's playing unless somebody's injured and that as well.
Exactly.
So
that's all that can be said about him.
It was just thoroughly forgettable, really.
Like, Donny van de Beek.
Donny van de Bench, as
also
they say.
red.
Also red.
Definitely red.
There's a reason why he's named. Does he go below Darmian?
No. And he's above Ahmad as well.
So right in the middle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's played more games than Ahmad.
With
similar money. So he has to be above.
Of course, hopefully for United fans' sake, he actually does start to blossom under Ten Hag. Like, there's no excuse for him now. Like, if he can't do it under Ten Hag,
still not starting. That's what
He's-
it should.
I think, obviously, I get if he's not starting, but then you have to obviously ask the question, like, this is the manager that brought him into Ajax, like, developed him to get the move to Manchester United. He comes into Manchester United, you think he's going to actually finally have an opportunity, and he's still on the bench.
He's even gone out on loan, just like Diallo. Like, he's easily read. A lot of these are just easy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's easily read, and Depay probably is read as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, Memphis, of course. Now with Barcelona, but yeah, red. Well, the amount of hype that he was brought in under that as well, and he just didn't perform.
I think he's below Sanchez, but above Van de Beek.
I'm happy with that as well.
Yeah, that's probably the position now.
Very good player.
Yeah,
now.
he had a very good
Fantastic
start.
player.
Remember that was the goal he scored right at the start. You thought, oh right, okay, this is similar to Martial actually.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
did the same thing.
Like, you see whenever they brought in Depay, you're actually sitting there thinking, right, okay, they've got a striker and he's in his physical prime and that as well. Like, he could actually end up being like Man United's proper number 9 for years and that as well. But obviously, it never ever quite worked out. Thankfully for him, it is kind of working out now at Barcelona and that as well.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
Right, next one, Di Maria.
Angel Di Maria, this is the red for
red
me.
again.
This is the red for me. But it's the positioning for me because I would put him underneath Sanchez. I'd put him between Depay and Van de Beek.
I don't know about that. Di Maria was pretty good for Man United.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
But,
He's better than Sanchez, I
but he
think.
was only there for a season.
Yeah, I think he's better than Sanchez though.
and of course the acrimonious circumstances that he left the club in and that as well.
Yeah.
So
But he is a red.
he is a red, 100%.
He's not getting praise here, really. He had a few. He's above Sanchez.
Up. No, not that far. There
There.
we go.
There we go.
Right.
So the next Marwan Fellaini, Afro Man.
I actually disagree with Neville here.
You think he was good?
I think he's amber.
I think
Why
he's
do you think
amber
that?
as well. to be
I think it was actually decent for Man United.
Different option?
He got them out of trouble a lot.
Yeah.
They used to just whack him up front
Yeah.
if they had to.
No, they did, yeah.
And he played a decent amount of games.
It was a very dependable player,
Yeah.
and when you look at who Man United have had, they haven't had the luxury of dependable
I
players.
think with what Gary Neville was saying I think when he was talking about Fellaini, in comparison to how good he was at Everton, he didn't get any better. He got worse, but he was still.
But he was
an
still
impact.
contributing.
He was effective
amounts
Yeah,
and that as well.
He was a different option for them. I'm fine with having him.
I'm pretty fine with having him amber as well
I think he's
because
above Dallo.
I think he's not Bailey. I think he's there.
Yeah.
middle. Okay, fair enough. Next one,
Fred.
Fred again.
He's
I'm
probably red, but he's also could be amber because he's getting.
I'm saying
better.
amber for Fred because like,
If we put Bailly in amber, I think he should be. I don't think he should be
Yeah.
amber.
I think he's amber.
I don't think that. I'm just thinking about Bailly here.
I'm
The more and more I think about him, I was like, he's just not played for them.
But
He's been there for so long, which is why maybe he is. But anyway, Fred. Well, Fred, we've already made our decision.
yeah. So
Aye.
Fred, yeah, I'm pretty confident.
I'm happy with being amber. Probably down the bottom there.
Uh,
Dallo maybe.
above Dallo, I'd say, but not above like the likes of Baye. I think they're about the same. I'd
Yeah.
say. To be fair to Fred, I think he does get a lot of it unfairly because he has shown at times he can play a really, really good game of football. Like
Brazilian.
I was going to say, like he pretty much dominated for Shakhtar when he played. So, like, it stands to reason. Like everybody was going on about him and that as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, we're only talking about his time at Man United, but yeah, I was going to say he's made McTominay look like a bit of a fool in the middle of that midfield a lot of the time. That as well, he's having to bail McTominay out for a lot of things.
Terrible footballer. McTominay.
For Man United, not for Scotland.
Scotland as well. He's played centre half.
Next one.
Ander Herrera.
Ander-
Aaron Cole doesn't know these players. He's gone next one.
Next one. Who's that?
To be honest, the only time I've really watched Man United, like obviously in the past, obviously everybody used to get watch them that as well when they were considered a big club. But when they kind of
They still are. Jeez, they're not that bad.
they are
that
bottom of the
bad.
league. So Ander Herrera.
Ander Herrera is amber. I think he was a very good footballer.
Yeah,
Why is he not green then?
Because it was a lot of money. Was it not 52 million?
No.
I'm sure it was a lot of money.
No way. 52 million from who?
Who was it?
Was-
Athletic Bilbao.
52
Was it?
million. There's no
Can
way.
someone fact check it?
Fact check it.
I'll fact check it and that as well.
If he's below 30 million, I would say green. But I think it was a lot of money.
And Herrera.
Yes, I mean, I'm surprised by that.
To United fee.
My United fee. £28.85 million.
For some reason, I thought it was a lot more than that.
To be fair, like whenever he did play for Man United, he was really good. I'm actually willing to back a green for Herrera.
I think he was really good for them. I really do. I think he like. Was he ever that bad?
It was never really that bad.
He got a move to a better team
as
well.
It was consistently up there with one that he's better than everybody in red. He's better.
Like Bruno.
He's better. I don't not like Bruno.
You hate Bruno. He's a rat. We all know it.
I was going to say he's a good player, but he's fell off something remarkable. And I'd say Prime Herrera
didn't really do that.
He was very consistent.
Why did they let him go though?
Because it's Man United. Because it's Man United. That's all you need to know.
I don't mind it. He's not, for what he's meant to be, he's not terrible.
Yeah, he's not terrible. And as you said, for under 30 million, like
for some reason I thought it was a lot more money.
Bargain.
That's what influenced my decision.
Dan James.
He's red.
He's red. He's red. He's like I say, he doesn't even really get like.
He's above Donny. He's above Memphis. But he's around there.
Yeah,
he actually had some good games for Man United.
Yeah.
Again, because he's got a niche to him. Same way that Fellaini does. He's just really fun.
If he's got a niche to him, please tell me what it is. Because whenever Patrick Bamford went off, we wanted to put on Dan James. We were all fucking horrified.
Dan James is a winger. Bamford's a striker.
Yeah, so that was smart from whoever your manager was.
Jesse Marsh ball in full effect.
Yeah. Juan Mata.
Red.
But he's top of red.
I'd say so too.
Juan Mata was an unbelievable footballer before he went to Man United.
He's a good signing.
Yeah.
Very good signing.
He's had good games for Man United.
Yeah, obviously he's really good. But this is, red is not value for money, and he wasn't value for money.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Because I would have more put him in amber personally, but obviously if the two of you guys are going to go for red, then
not the Man United.
Yeah, this next one's interesting.
He's red as well. He's like Barry. I think
Jenky's red.
Aye.
No.
How is he not?
Lindelof's amber.
Why?
Lindelof's been decent for Man United.
He's
looked very good when he's played.
Underrated for a lot of games, I think.
Man United fans actually thought he was the best centre back for a while.
Because how bad Maguire was.
I know, but Lindelof.
Like, they didn't have. It's not like they were spoiled for choice, and they were just going, he's amazing. It's like, no, he's just the best of a bad bunch.
Again, obviously,
how far in the pecking order is he now?
In terms of normal times, like he was competent. Man United don't have competent right now. Don't have competent right now.
I mean, if we're being fair here, though, I think he's about the same as Barry, so maybe it is in amber then.
Yeah, I would have said amber for Lindelof. I think he's underappreciated for a lot of what he has done for Man United as well. He's been consistent in that as well. He's had maybe like one or two mistakes, but like there again, they're mistakes.
Everyone does.
Exactly, they're mistakes.
The next one's interesting as well. Lukaku.
Red for me. Red.
Right.
I don't know.
No, but you're basing this off how good was this player. You're forgetting the fact that he was brought in to be the main striker,
right?
To score the goals, spend the money.
If we're going back,
he scored a lot of goals.
How many did he score?
Was it not? I'm not sure, but I know he did do well for Man United.
But it's not what we expected of him. That's why people think
that they paid for him.
How much did they sell him for as well? Did they not make a profit?
Really?
They did not make a profit.
Did they not?
I don't think. Surely not.
I think you're thinking of Inter, what he sold.
Yeah, I know they did, but surely Inter must have bought him for a lot of money.
Like 50 million, maybe. I don't know.
How much did they pay from Everton?
More than that.
Did they?
Aye.
Yeah, was it not something like was not like 72, 80 million?
I know.
And he wasn't a £70 million player at Man United, I don't think.
I think he's just disappointed. So he was just so disappointed. I see where you're coming from, though. Hey, I do understand what you're saying because he isn't as bad as a lot of the players that played down here.
It's similar to Mata, but Lukaku did produce.
Yeah, no, I think you're.
Yeah, like I'd probably put him next to Mata.
I think he's near the top end here. He's maybe even could be in amber, bottom end here. But
I think it's more red than amber, to be fair, for the amount of money that they.
We're trying to do this combined here. There's a few that he's both changed. Yeah, I think I'll put him top of red. Put him top of red here.
Put him top of red. Above Mata or below
Mata?
Above Mata. Okay. Okay.
Because I can see him easily squeeze into the amber here.
Red. Get this man to the bottom of red.
Well, that's interesting though, because Gary Neville has him amber.
No. what has Gary Neville been watching? Like, for £80 million, this man has compilations of how bad he is.
So does every player.
So does every player, but like Harry Maguire, Leicester have sold this man for £80 million. At no point since he's been at Man United has he looked anywhere near an £80 million player.
If we're based it on that, it's red, but...
yeah, exactly. It's the same as Lukaku, isn't it?
I mean...
He's lower than Lukaku.
Lukaku was definitely there for Man United.
I think the fact that he's come in and he's now become the captain is probably what Gary Neville's maybe looking at and thinking that he's got to have some sort of qualities there, and being a captain's a big one.
He's also not been played in his right position.
Yeah, he's central. Yeah, but that's not Man United. So therefore, it's bad. It's a bad signing.
Yeah.
It's not actually a reflection of how he plays. It's not a good signing for what you want.
Yeah,
because not a single manager that they've had has played a back three.
I was going to say, but surely at that point, the Man United manager, whoever it was, or who was it at the time that signed him and that as well? Was it not Moyes or?
No. It was after Mourinho, because Mourinho moaned about the fact that he wanted a centre back, but he didn't get one.
Man United also don't. Man United bold sign the players more than the.
Woodward signs the players rather than like Woodward is the director of football at that football club, and which is a fucking nightmare because he knows nothing about he knows next to nothing about football.
Maguire's top of red if I put them in red.
Yeah.
All right, okay, 2 versus 1. I mean, I would have put him pretty closer to the bottom of that as well.
Right, but you have. I don't know where you're getting this opinion from about Maguire. Like, he is a good player.
I think he's above Lukaku.
Do you think he's above Lukaku?
I think he's around Lukaku.
He's there. I mean, you put it behind. I think you clearly don't. You think he's that bad?
I was getting
behind Lukaku.
Yeah, we'll put him behind Lukaku.
That's you clearly. I think you think he should be at the bottom here.
He should be closer to the bottom for me, but obviously it's a 2v1 opinion. So
he's definitely not down the very bottom, but he's red, and at most he's amber.
Okay, fair enough. I'm not arguing against that.
What about Martial?
He's amber for me. It's
a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, but again, similar to the likes of Cavani, he did put returns in whenever he needed to. He did score crucial goals.
But they did ship him out on loan, which said a lot.
I think you're being kind to him here because he's still there. Like, I think he's similar to Depay, but Depay's gone and Depay went ages ago. That's what I personally think.
I think he's above Di Maria.
I think that's what I think because he's here, we're being kinder to him. But I think that's just only fair because I mean they've kept him around, but when he's had moments where he's been actually quite good. He's been the Man United fans have been all like saying, "Oh, he's one of the best strikers in the league," and then he's good for like a period of a month, and then he disappears for 6. Like that's his biggest problem. He's just not been consistent.
I can understand that, but I still think he has put in crucial goals whenever need to, same as Cavani, and we put Cavani in amber. So,
but Cavani was free. Martial was ridiculous amounts of money.
Cavani's also a 30-odd-year-old striker that they brought in. But again, that's a signing that they brought.
I think he will be amber in the future if he continues in the path that he's on. Martial, because
what is his path?
That was clearly favoured by Ten Hag. He's just injured now.
Yeah, but is he going to be at Man United for much longer?
I think he will be.
Yeah. Well,
Eric Ten Hag clearly likes him.
There's a reason why they've not let Sevilla keep him that as well. It's like because see if
they could really do with him now.
Yeah, exactly. They really could do with him now that as well. So like, I think if Man United didn't rate him, they'd have just let him go.
Yeah, but he's red now.
He's red now. Okay,
where do you think you should put him then?
I thought this was 2v1 opinion.
No, we know he's doing red. You put him in where you think he should go.
I think he is around probably here.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Alright.
Nemanja Matic.
Gary Neville's got him amber again.
I'm willing to agree with that. Amber.
I'm fine to agree with that.
I think he was decent.
I think it's a good signing, but I don't think there was the right signings made around him.
Yeah.
That's the biggest issue for him.
He was brought in with Jose, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, he could have easily been green. And that as well, had Man United built the players around him. So I'm more than happy to put him in amber. I think
I'd have him around about where Cavani is, to be honest.
You're loving making this
hard for myself. That is okay. So
stop using 2 fingers. Use one.
I need to use one. You can't just use one.
Oh, or take your finger off this when you're to press it. You don't have it on it when you're like this.
Teaching them how to use a computer.
I was going to say, I do have a laptop at home, Callum, but thanks for that.
You keep minimising it.
Aye, okay.
Right, and scroll up so we can see.
Yeah, there you go.
Herrera. There we go.
There you go. So,
right.
next one up.
Mkhitaryan.
Mkhitaryan.
Red.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
Just put him next to Sanchez.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very, very similar profile of signing.
They also made a trade as well, wasn't it?
Paul Pogba.
Yeah.
Next one, Paul Pogba. That's for me is a red. Considering
how much money they spent is probably red, and they sold him for free.
Yeah.
But they did have unbelievable moments.
Yeah, it's similar to Lukaku, isn't it? Then would you say?
Yeah, probably.
I can't believe Bailly's up here. I'm Lindelof.
in fairness, they two are actually they've two most like near enough.
Bailly is better. He doesn't fucking play. He never has.
It has been playing.
When he has,
He won it. He was man of the match in the Europa League final as well.
exactly.
So you're saying because he had a few good moments?
He has been
So's
good.
Lukaku and so's Pogba.
I also think Lukaku should be amber.
And Pogba were on there.
Pogba not, because he was signed for 80 million and sold for free, which means he wasn't value
How
for
much was
money.
Lukaku sold for?
I don't know.
That's if we knew that.
Right, let's do it quickly. Let's look.
Wait, fact check.
Lukaku.
You're seeing this in the video, by the way.
Yeah, you'll see it on the screen.
97.
No.
Right, calm down, you.
Okay.
Right. He
Mine
went
is,
from. It was signed for 45 million
67.
and he was sold for 67. They made a profit on him.
Yeah, so right, okay, put him in amber because of the money they've made then. That's what I think.
Right, okay.
And honestly, get Bailly down.
Bailly was not bad for Man United.
Bailly was still there. It
I know.
just doesn't...
He's injured, but
but he always is. That's not a good thing. It doesn't mean that he's a bad player.
is Tierney red?
for Arsenal.
He's played more games than Tierney's played more games at.
Damn, he has.
And Tierney certainly isn't green because he misses
But-
so many
but he's-
games.
But then he's red, but you're...
No, because he would have been amber.
How?
Because he's better than Bailly.
Right.
He's played more games than Bailly
He's not played
across
more
seasons. Across the seasons they've
If
played
you're,
in.
if you're talking about an average, he has, but
Exactly, that's my point.
But when you buy a player, you're buying him for the future, and Bailly has been there for so many years.
But he's just been stealing away. He shouldn't be. That's bad from there. It's bad that they've kept him for that long. Let's put it that way.
Also, Aaron did say amber.
I know. I just. It's
Yeah, I'm with Higgin.
I know you are.
Well,
It's crazy.
Because
Anyway,
every time he's played, he's been dependable.
Get Pogba in red.
Yeah, get Pogba.
He's
How far
near-
down?
Maguire.
He's next to Maguire. But very similar.
Okay. Bottom there.
Rojo is red though.
Yeah, Rojo's a red. Like again, similar to like the likes of
Di Maria
and that as well. Sanchez. Like
I think Daily Blend actually.
Yeah.
what next to Blind?
There,
Yeah.
right there.
Oh, right there.
Either or.
There you go there. The second best player of all time, in my opinion, but he is obviously the GOAT, Cristiano Ronaldo. This is a green for me. I still think.
The problem, right? So what you're basing this off is just purely how many goals he scored last season, how many games he won for them last season, which is fair enough. But I think again, like what Gary said was everything else about him. This summer, for example, how difficult it's made the transition of managers been. Because of the fact that Ronaldo's been there, not saying if he's staying or leaving. He's meant to be a
I think a lot of what
something that they look up to. He's meant to be experienced. He's not doing that.
I get that, but I think
Is that not part of the signing though?
I get that 100%, but I think a lot of whatever these wanted to say, like, oh, Ronaldo's done this, Ronaldo's done that, has been overblown.
I think I also agree with him. The rank has been overblown a lot.
No, but I mean this summer. I'm talking about purely about this summer.
Let's be honest. A lot of the transfer stuff has been done by Jorge Mendes, which is his agent. Like, his agent's the one that's been talking to like
Ronaldo can tell him what to do. Right? Who's telling him what to do? All this stuff?
The agents have a mind of their own. But we've seen it with Pogba.
It's not been ideal though. It's not been worthwhile. It's not even when they brought him in. They didn't want to bring him in.
I think
they only brought him in to stop Man City from. He's definitely not red. You know that.
He's top of.
He's top of them. He's ahead of Bruno.
I'd personally put him green because without even the now, like without him, when you see
play with him.
When you see but see, you look at the game against Brighton. Everybody was looking at that as well, going, "Where's Ronaldo?"
Yeah, they didn't play him against Brighton.
He came on and they didn't do anything. He's going to score a hat trick. He touched the ball twice, and it wasn't 10 minutes. It was half an hour.
Was it? I thought it was. Yeah.
Yeah, but still, before the game, you had United fans and everyone else asking, "Where is Ronaldo?"
Yeah, because of everything that had gone on in the summer, and that was maybe just. And I can see what you're saying about the agent, but he's been that much of a distraction. It's all about Ronaldo. It's not purely his fault.
But
that's everything that comes with the signing. But they didn't want to actually sign him. They signed him because Man City. They couldn't deal with Man City.
No, they signed it because Sir Alex Ferguson told him to go. Like, and he obviously. did you not see that? He was about to sign for Manchester City, and then Ferguson phoned them to say go to United.
Yeah, but Man United weren't interested in him until Man City were. And then he was pretty much decided to go to Man City.
Whenever you look
at this can't.
Whenever you look at
it's not even a signing that was planned.
Whenever you look at
it's done on when he signed and thereafter. It's
whenever you look at
before it.
Whenever you look at Man United,
but I'm just making a point on say what it disrupted a lot of the players, and that's not a blight against him. The way it affected everyone else, that's a bad signing for the team.
No, but that says more about the team than it does him, because they're unbelievably weak-minded rather than Ronaldo.
That's correct.
Rather than the signing, because the signing at the time was.
But we're talking about signing now.
Yeah, I know.
Look at what's happened. They've signed this one of the best players of all time.
Bear in mind, he played for near enough a full season at Man United last season. He's only played 3 games this season.
But there's only been 3 games this season.
Exactly. So obviously you can still talk about a lot of what he did last season, because what he did last season was.
I think it's so overhyped, the disruption that it caused at Manchester United. Because I just don't believe it caused as much disruption as people say.
There's a reason why Man United fans are saying sell Ronaldo because he deserves the move, and then get rid of everyone else.
There was more disruption with Ole than there was with Ronaldo, because they had a manager in that they clearly didn't want to be the manager, and Ronaldo
what about Ole when he was before Ronaldo came in? Ole got him second in the league.
Yeah, but did you see the standard of the league that year? It was disgustingly bad.
They were finished second.
Liverpool.
But Man United weren't that bad.
Yeah.
They were decent.
I know.
Yeah. But they were all playing, and that again it goes back to it's weak-minded. Right. A lot of the players are weak-minded to the fact that they've had him come in, and they can't rise to his level.
That season, everybody was trying their best to not finish second, and it just ended up being that Man United finished second.
And I think all that comes into the signing as a whole. That's my point. I understand that him as a player, he's actually done his job personally, which is why.
So how do you not value for money if he's done his job?
Because it's affected a lot of everything else.
I don't think it has.
Why do you not think that?
I think it is the manager situation.
It's the constant
because there's several managers.
No, because it was Ole was the issue when Ronaldo came in. Well, talking about only when Ronaldo came in. Ole was in charge, and he was clearly not favoured to be the manager. They wanted a big manager.
Fair enough. Ole, then Rangnick comes in.
Yep. Again, another manager they didn't want in. They wanted him to be the technical director.
And now Ten Hag's come in.
Yeah, exactly. Ten Hag's in.
And the same thing's happening again.
Yeah, it's not happening again yet. He's only been there 2 games, Cal.
Yeah, but exactly. So you're looking into the future and thinking, oh, it's going to get better here.
I'm saying he's been valued for money.
I can't. I mean, if you guys want to both, you didn't have him, Amber.
No.
He's not.
I'm saying I think he is so close between green and amber.
Yeah,
I would have him top of amber.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
I'm not to go top.
I think he's there because of what he actually has done. I'm sorry. He's definitely disrupted it in some way or another. It's not fully his. It's not.
It's just a media bias against.
No, I think.
Why is it a media bias against Ronaldo?
I don't know. People don't like Ronaldo for some
reason.
I don't think it's a media bias
against. He's the most
against.
hated player of all time, and that is a fact. He has received the most hate of any player of all time
because of the thing with him and Messi.
But that's still a bias against him.
It's not a bias that affects the English game, but that as well, because let's be honest, that's more in Spain when he played for Madrid and obviously Messi played for Barcelona.
I can't see it being. I
agree with you in the sense that a lot of what he has apparently done, I think, has been overhyped. Because I think a lot of it's been just the constant culture swapping and changing at Manchester United. Because as you said, he came in with Ole, who wasn't favoured to be the manager. He then put in, see, for a manager that wasn't favoured, he put in performances for the likes of Rangnick. He saved them in that as well.
That's just who he is. He's that good. And he's a very good footballer.
And even against Brentford, you could see him try to G up his teammates and that as well. Like he
is still Ronaldo. We're not
the only one there that cares now as well.
Exactly. See how everybody that starts for Man United, he's the only one that actually seems to give a shit about the club.
But we've spoken enough about Ronaldo.
Yeah,
he is where he is.
He is where he is. That's fine.
Easy one next, Sancho.
Red. Yeah.
And he's near the bottom.
Yeah, I'd say he's near the bottom for his output.
He scored 3 Premier League goals.
Is he around there?
He's above Donny.
Yeah, he's above Donny.
I think he's right there.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Right, Morgan Schneiderlin.
Red.
I can't believe we forgot this man actually plays for right now.
He was a lot of money as well.
I think he's about Darmian level, wasn't he? Or Darlow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's about Darlow level, I'd say. Probably there.
Schweinsteiger, red.
The red streak.
The red streak in that.
Whereabouts though?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Schweinsteiger wasn't terrible.
He wasn't terrible.
He just was cheap.
He's better than the bottom 5.
Yeah. I think he's around...
He's around the pie, sort of.
I think he's above the pie.
You think he's above the pie?
I'd say,
Yeah, that's fine.
Luke Shaw, another one that might cause a wee bit of debate.
Because he's Amber and Gary's.
And I think
that's fair because he's not a bad player. Luke Shaw.
he did have a good season.
He did have a good season.
But is it worth the money that they spent on him?
How much did they spend on him?
It was a lot again. Just every player here was a lot of money, unless they were free.
It's close. It's borderline for me. I think it's.
Cal.
I think he's a bit like.
He's about
similar to Maguire. He really is.
But it wasn't as much money.
And again, his best performances have actually not been a Man United shirt.
Yeah, and an England
His England shirt is the same as Maguire.
Yeah, exactly. And fair enough. Yeah, obviously the Euros kind of proved that.
Are we putting them in the same place?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so we just put him next to Maguire then.
I'd say he's above him
Above Maguire.
because he was a bit cheaper.
Okay, fair enough. I'm on the back that I would have probably put him bottom of Amber, but but again, it's so close. No.
Red.
Alex Telles, red.
Whereabouts we put him? Tell us.
He's played a decent amount of games.
Like
I think he's our Martial is our Mata.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Just below Martial.
Just below Martial. Oh,
yeah,
fair enough.
very simple.
Rafa Varane.
This was interesting because I think you've mentioned this before. He hasn't actually. Again, his personal performances haven't been that bad.
He's easily United's best centre back,
and their team performances have been very good when he's played.
He's a better centre back than anyone else they've got by a long way.
I was going to say
he's not made the impact that you'd expect from him. But again, a big part of that's because the whole team hasn't been great, and he came in when it was all that there was everything. Also, the same that you were saying about Ronaldo. Same time when it was a manager they didn't all want. And then he's obviously then had a manager change, and then he's not even been favoured by the new one. But then he comes on, and you could see they were actually better when he came on.
Yeah, exactly. Against Brentford and that as well. They brought him on to put height in that sort of defence, and it worked.
Martin is a very small man.
He is a very small man. That is.
Are you taller than him?
No.
Right, let's not go too far here.
I'm 5'7", he's 5'9".
Aye, in your dreams.
No, you're 5'6". I thought he was 5'7".
No, he's 5'9".
He's 5'9".
Really? He's 5'9".
Oh,
but
I dreams happen it was 5'7". Well, I mean, it's like 5'3" actually.
But I think
he's Amber.
I think he's Amber, 100%. Like, because let's be honest, again, similar to sort of Ronaldo in that as well, where he's like, why is Varane not playing? Well, he's a 4-time Champions League winner.
Is he that far up?
I'd say he's that far up.
I think he's below Cavani.
He's below Cavani. I think he's below Matic, but he's above Fellaini.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, fair enough. That's fine. I'm willing to go with that. I would have put him probably closer to Cavani, but obviously
Red.
This is not. We're not even going to name him.
Started off first few months.
He might be near the bottom.
First few months he looked decent, but he's just not. Again, it's bad recruitment because it's not the type of player that Man United needed.
Was he 50 million as well?
Yeah, a lot of money.
He's down about Sancho level.
He's below Sancho.
Van de Beek. He's above Schneiderlin though.
I'd say he's above Schneiderlin.
Yeah, he doesn't even play now.
And I was going to say, finally, Zlatan
again,
Ibrahimovic.
Gary Neville.
Gary has him green.
I think
that's fair.
The fact that he was free, wasn't he?
He scored a lot of goals.
He scored a lot of goals.
Exactly.
For someone that was free and he's it's Zlatan. He sold shirts. That's another thing with Ronaldo as well. It's good for the. But again, is that
every player selling shirts isn't as big?
Now the question is, who's the top of green? Do we put it as Herrera or do we put it as Zlatan?
Zlatan still.
I'd say Zlatan.
Oh, there we go.
So yeah, basically
we rate Man United's transfers higher than Neville because we've got more Ambers than he did.
Yeah, exactly.
He only had 2, 4, 6, 7. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11.
Yeah, but who have we got? Who's come in and who's gone out?
So we've got Lukaku, he doesn't. We've got Dallo, he doesn't. We've got Fred, he does. We've got Lindelof, he doesn't. We've got Bailly, he doesn't. We've got Fellaini, he doesn't. We've got Varane, he doesn't. We've got Matic, he does. Cavani, he does. Bruno, he does.
But Bruno, he's actually got green.
Yeah. Ronaldo, he does.
And Herrera, we had above.
Yeah.
So we just switched those two round.
So the players we don't have that he has is Shaw,
Maguire,
and that's it.
Yeah, so that is basically rating Manchester United's transfer business. If you would like to see us do this with other teams, perhaps, then please feel free to leave a comment on the team that you would like us to do. There's plenty of options. We could look at the likes of Callum Steve of Arsenal. We could look at Manchester City. I think City would be an interesting video.
Liverpool would be interesting.
Liverpool would be very interesting.
I think the top 6 honestly would be all interesting. I think they'd all be better than this.
Yeah.
I think Arsenal probably be the next worst, just because we've been pretty poor in the players that we've signed.
I'm that's honest. But if you want, that's fair enough. But obviously, if you guys want to see it, then let us know in the comments. Please, of course, don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course, put the bell on so you make sure that you don't miss out on any of our uploads. And until the next one, we will see you in the next one. See you later.